Big good one here, and eventually we will like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, help promote and rank up my channel. So, Netflix has announced this original series, Conan the Cuck. Alright, so I'd like to be optimistic about this show, but let's be honest, what show in today's time is anything just like, what show isn't woke? What show isn't injected with all kinds of nonsense talk and all kinds of BS that exists in our reality, but has no business being in this fantasy, has no business having this weird dialogue? Don't you mansplain to me, Conan. You expect things like that to be all up in this show, all up in your face, all up just lecturing you, shaming you. Conan will probably have some female co-stars constantly shaming him, outshining him, outdoing him. It says that, Netflix is developing this and it could lead to other projects, and Amazon was developing their own thing, but I guess that went south, and now here we are. So the chances of this going south are pretty high, because Conan the Barbarian, you don't have shows like this in modern times with masculine men and stuff like that. I can't currently think of anything recent. I'm sure there's quite a few exceptions, but for the most part, these characters get watered down, they get nerfed, they get lectured, they get shamed, they get outshined by some woman. And even though it's named Conan the Barbarian, the TV show, even though it'll probably be named Conan the Barbarian, look at Arrow and Flash. That they started to become the Felicity and Irish show. You had them women just constantly putting them down, putting them in their feelings. And how much of this show is going to be Conan talking about his feelings? How much of this show is going to be full of dialogue that exists in our culture but has no business existing in this fantasy? Mansplaining, diversity matters, inclusion, get woke, all that stuff. It would not catch me off guard or surprise me at all if it was full of just weird dialogue that doesn't belong in there, and full of just things that feminist agendas, all kinds of different things. I don't expect something great from this. I really, really want to be optimistic. I really want it to be something like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan, but the odds of that happening are pretty low, considering that most of our entertainment is infected with nonsense, and it's full of nonsense, and entertainment is now activism and it's so stunning and brave, but that's what I expect from this. Netflix is developing this thing, and we all know that Netflix itself, where they lean, but it could be surprisingly great and go to great places, such as, spawn spin-offs. Maybe we'll get some great Red Sonja show or something, but the odds of getting a great Red Sonja show during times like this, unless there's a drastic overhaul done on the entertainment industry and woke culture, then this is all you can expect. Watered down versions of former greatness. So I don't have high hopes for this one, but I'm hoping to be surprised, hoping to be blown away. I want to hear people's thoughts and opinions on this. Do you think Conan's going to be getting lectured and shamed, having the being outshined by some woman? Do you think it's going to be full of dialogue like diversity matters, or you need to get woke, or don't you mansplain to me? Do you think it's going to be full of that nonsense? Do you think it's going to have, this version of activism? Do you think it's going to be an activist show, like every other show tries to be in current times? Or do you think it's going to be a truly great show? I want to hear people's thoughts, opinions on this one. How many people are looking forward to something like this? How many people are keeping their fingers crossed that something like this doesn't become about reality when it should be about a fantasy? Let me know down below. If a good one here, eventually we will like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, help promote and rank up my channel. Stay awesome.